My name's Adam Gabsy. This is London Speaks, and I'm out here talking to people about politics. All right, you're on the camera. Let's move back a little.
Bit.
Yeah, you're a tall one
I'm
still.
taller than you.
Yeah, that's fine. Come forward, though.
No, it's all right.
All right,
No
that's
worries, mate.
even better, brother.
No worries.
All right, then we can go forward. Then.
Yeah, we can.
All right, say no more. That's fine.
Perfect.
All right, thank you very much for the interview. Yeah.
No worries, mate.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Can we start with London? It's a beautiful city. How would you describe
Beautiful
it?
day.
Beautiful day. How would you describe London in one word?
I would say very inclusive.
That's a brilliant word.
For me.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And what are your political concerns?
My political concern is, to be honest, right now, between me and you.
Yeah.
No one really represent me. I'm concerned in terms of like the mayors, people that come in power. They don't really know us, really. They don't know the community. They don't know the people. You don't see them, like investigating or even talking to, just a little 5 minutes walk on the street and talk to the people and get to know the people.
Yeah.
That's my biggest worry, because people come into power and they know nothing about, who they're representing.
That's right.
That's
do you vote?
concern.
Do you vote?
No, because I don't trust, people. I vote for certain. I mean, before I even vote, I grew up watching, obviously, my parents and etc. I will vote for things that don't come in power.
Right.
They promise things, and you vote for them, and that's it.
Yeah.
They don't really follow up with their promises. So
Yeah.
that's my reason for why I don't vote, because there's no point. You're just a number, really.
That's right. And no one in the London Assembly represents you, yeah?
Not at all. Not at all. The last person that I would say, represent, Tony Blair, that was over a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago. I ain't seen no one like him since then.
Yeah. And
That's what I'm
if you had one message for the Mayor of London, what would that be?
I would say, know your community that you're representing. You
Yeah.
have to know who you're standing for. That's just that simple.
Thank you very much. It was really good to meet you, man.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, it was lovely speaking to you. You're the best as well, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to do an interview, brother? Man's talking about London. How you keeping, bro?
But I got a lot of love for you, that.
Trust me, brother.
Yeah.
I got a lot of love for you as
When I'm
well.
in trouble, you're always behind me.
Yeah, trust me, and I
Most
will be
people
with
tell
you,
me,
bro.
son.
And I will be with you, brother.
Say no
Yeah,
more.
trust me. Come, do an interview. I want to talk to you still, brother. All right, cool. Come and stand on the line there. Cool, brother. Listen. I'm gonna ask you a few questions still, yeah?
Yeah, man.
All right. London. I'm gonna start off with the easy one, yeah? London. Can you describe it in one word, brother?
Yes, why not? Yes.
How would you describe it?
A new world.
A new world.
Yes.
Yeah. And what is your main issues that you're going through right now, bro?
Why in London?
Yeah, bro.
Or personal?
Both, brother.
I wanna bring my personal onto the program.
Right, talk to me, brother.
There is a lot of the little things behind the big things.
Yeah.
And the little things don't let the big things move.
Right.
Makes sense?
Right. So tell me more, brother.
Yeah, well, me, one of the big issues I see right now that is kind of being a big downfall is the drugs.
Seriously?
Yeah, the flu that they're going into the neighborhood is kind of way too much.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And it's catching up the youngers.
I hear that. Yeah, so drugs is just a madness right now.
Madness.
All right. What do you feel like anyone's representing you, brother?
Well, in a sense, but real talk is where I'm standing now. They want me to up on my level.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think there is a lot of supporters. There are a lot of people that wants to help, but to follow is a different thing.
Right. So, do you feel like, all right, politics, yeah, brother? Do you think like anyone is talking for you, brother? Do you think like anyone really cares, bro?
No.
No?
I don't believe that.
How are you finding Hoxton? How are you finding Hackney?
Well, Hackney for me is the a place, you know. It's
That's
where everything can happen. It's where anything can surge from 1 second to the next second.
That's
Me,
right.
me, I've been living in London 33 years, Hackney 33 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's
Same
good. You're
spot.
around. I see you
So,
around.
I'll be honest that most of the time I complain,
Right.
but I cannot stay away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know why.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a little magic thing. Acne is a beautiful place. Um, um,
Yeah. Actually,
physically,
special. It's special.
yeah, and it's a place where the people that live in Acne, they become strong mentally,
That's right.
physically. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in Acne.
I hear
Lots
that.
of things. There is no end. Um, it's things that they go by now. Fashion is one of the places that
Yeah.
you know. When it comes to shows, it's one of the places always.
That's right.
Yeah. Sports, I cannot tell you, man. It's endless.
Yeah.
There's always something exciting, something nice happening in Hackney,
Yeah.
in between Hackney. Yeah,
For sure. Definitely.
It's-
There's a lot
it's
of legends
beautiful.
from this era.
And I don't know if you know that, rich people, famous people, they have to have a little bit of acne.
Yeah.
They have to have a little bit of acne. Otherwise, they're not nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mikey, what's up? Mikey, nice to see your smile, bro. Yes.
All right. Listen, brother. Yeah. Look down the camera, brother. If you had one message you could say to the mayor of London,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say to the guy?
I'd say to the mayor of London, yeah, that he has to stop paying attention to the people that really need it. Yeah, most of the people that really need it, they're hiding because they don't have like uh, help to come out, like truly asking for the help that is needed, and you know, if you fix the roots,
That's right.
you don't have to worry.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So
all
this
about
is
the community,
because
brother.
there's a lot of talent, a lot of uh, better things could be constructive by those people that are neglected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and if the mayor pay attention, sometimes it's not even because of money or whatever. It's more someone to be there and guide you. Yeah,
Right.
and make sure that you you do what is right, and then you pick up from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
without that little help, uh, everything's gonna be still the same. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just they just change the curtains,
Of
but
course.
behind the curtains is
Same thing, yeah.
the same thing.
Right, brother.
It's the same thing as well. Well, with a lot of people is looking for a place to you know to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they forget. It's not forget. We know when you wake up, everything is there waiting for you in double.
I hear that. Real
In
life is
double.
out here,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him. Yeah, he should have come to the communities, be more aware of exactly what is happening, and try and fix what is right, what is wrong. Sorry.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much,
Love,
bro.
please,
Yeah.
you have to let me have the word.
Thank
Yeah?
you, bro. Thank you. I
Super.
respect you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you, Manji.
Brother, thank you, yeah. I appreciate that. And if I see you around there, trust me, I've got you. I'm here with Dylan Law, Deputy Mayor of Hackney. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
I'll start with you like I start with everyone else.
Yeah.
Can you describe London in one word?
Different. I say different. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that one?
Yeah, I could say that the whole diverse thing, like colourful ratata. I think that is a bit like basic. I hear a lot. I think they're very different parts of London. Some parts are outer, which are very different than the parts that are inner. West London's nothing like East London. Do you know what I'm saying? East London's not like anything like South London.
Yeah.
Like my identity at Hackney is very specific to me.
Yeah.
I can usually clock out with people from Hackney, like, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. And I feel like I can anyway. Where someone who's from West, like sometimes a different slang, sometimes we have different cultures, different reference points. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's always like fundamental things, but like there's enough differences that we identify differently. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. That's
So-
right. It's good to watch what you're doing in Hackney, you and Zoe. Do you want to tell the viewers a bit about what you're doing, or what you're trying to achieve?
Yeah, I mean, the main goal is obviously increasing the quality of council housing. That's like, because that's what the council's main responsibility is for the housing in general.
Yeah.
But also like we're talking about reducing temporary accommodation, the amount of people in temporary accommodation and homelessness, and then you're talking about increasing private renters quality stock.
Yeah.
We're talking about being a bigger voice for national government, like rent controls, etc., which is one big thing that I want to have happen, because rent controls would massively make Hackney more affordable. Like Hackney would become a more affordable. Like the amount of people who've moved out, like Hackney's closed down 8 schools already. A large factor is because people with kids have moved out.
Right.
If rent controls in place, I guarantee those 8 schools would have been closed down if they've been in place for 10 years before that. I'm being serious. Like, that's a serious issue. Like a 1-bedroom flat right now is 2.5 grand ish. 2.5, 3 grand. If you go on Zoopla right now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
If we had rent controls, it would be half that. Think about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you have rent controls for the past 10 years, it would be nowhere near 2.5 grand.
Yeah.
So obviously you have voice to national government. You have increasing stock for enforcement, like private rented stock. You have increasing the council stock, making sure you get much money in as possible. Obviously with restricting funds, you get as many people out of homelessness as possible. Better use of communal areas, estates. Like if it might be like someone, a TRA wants to use something for a kitchen, which is a void space, been gone for like a void space of 10 years. They want to use a communal kitchen. Give them permission to use a communal kitchen. Do you know what I mean? If there's a community hall that's run down, needs a bit of investment, do a crowdfund to get an investment. Do you know what I mean? Give it to community land trust. Let them own it for 30 years on lease. Let the community own it themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Give away assets for their benefit. Where these assets are just sitting void for the past 25, 30 years. That's the kind of thing I want to end up by the time I'm done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And how you find it working in that space? Like how you find it like being with Zoe and having such responsibility now.
Yeah. I mean, Zoe's chilled. It is. I think the main thing is obviously the culture. Like Hackney Council, which I assume is like all councils, is very large, very bureaucratic. A lot of cogs.
Yeah.
A lot of resistance to change, like the casual stuff. But obviously, when you're seemingly so radical which is not even that radical, but seemingly so radical compared to what mainstream viewpoints are, like the resistance is just unnecessarily long.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like putting like, the bike machines in the gym, putting them on max difficulty and try to pedal. It's pointless. It's going nowhere. But I think there's ways to work smarter than harder. And I think we're still massively trying to figure out what those ways are. Because obviously, I think there's always a room to go blunt.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking about working together, I think that's part of it. Like me and Zoe, we're chill. We're one person. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it comes to everyone else who actually implements the stuff, that's where the resistance is. So I think it's gonna have to I'm gonna have to learn obviously a lot more about collaboration. Can't just punch my way through it because nothing's gonna work. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the second that they sit down and say I'm not doing it, that's basically it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just fire everyone in the council. So I think there's be a long journey learning how to work with people who don't agree with you necessarily. Obviously being a leader, and then like when some people have to go, they have to go. Yeah. But a lot of it's going to be collaboration, getting people on side, understanding egos, understanding personalities. It's like there's a whole nother 50% other than the execution that you have to consider. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Because like you can't manage 5,000 people by yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when they all don't agree with you. Do you know what I mean? So that's the other half of your job.
It's definitely good to see you in that position because you're inspiring the youth. Obviously now we're at the Young Green Conference.
Yeah.
And obviously, do you feel that do you day to day? Do you see how you're, do you even being in the position you're in is affecting how people look at politics?
Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't think it's really my place to say. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think it's my place to say. I think obviously, in terms of an indirect goal. Yeah. Or even a direct goal, I guess you could say, is someone else takes your space when you leave. You know what I'm saying? If someone else does what you can't do, or you be the foundation. If I'm the foundation for someone to do a skyscraper, that's calm. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to get done eventually. It may not be me, but I've helped it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a meeting. I've never seen it as a meeting.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like bro. That's what. So obviously, when it comes to other people seeing what I do, if it helps them, it helps them.
Yeah, you know I hear you. I hear what you're saying. It's all about the community and working bigger and thinking bigger. Yeah, but I know. To answer your question about do I think about it? Not really. Never process it. All right. I always I'm very adamant that there's pressure on me. I'm very adamant there's a lot of eyes. Yeah. There's a lot of wrong eyes as well.
There's a lot of wrong attention and people
lot of
waiting to see slip ups.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, when you're on a treadmill at work and people are waiting with a camera to see you slip up,
Right.
like you got to put your attention somewhere.
Yeah.
And that attention is making sure I stay steady. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I never have the brain space to think about what other people trying
Yeah,
saying.
you're a busy guy
So
now.
maybe after it's all done,
Yeah.
I've reached the other side, I might think about it. But for now, bro, it's just as bad as that.
I hear that.
It's bad as
Of course,
that.
yeah. No,
But if they can help people on the side at the same time, cool.
I'm gonna quickly wrap this up by asking you the same thing that I asked everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had one thing you could say to the Mayor of London,
Yeah.
what would you say to Sadiq?
Start challenging national government.
Right.
Just because you're the same party doesn't mean you can't challenge.
Right.
So I'm saying I think he's a very powerful person.
Yeah.
And he's very well recognized, and it's not really a thing where you could just get removed and that'd be it. So I'm saying, like, I know he's been there for a long time. I know he has lost a lot of energy, but I think them being the same party as national government now has started to twist where he challenges them, but not as much. That's my personal viewpoint. I know for a long time he was still different parties, but I think, like, in terms of things like rent controls, especially, that's one example. There could be a step up.
Do you see any change with Andy Burnham?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey, look, I know people have different opinions on him. I know some people say he's going to do nothing. He's going to do something. I'm more in the state right now where I'm not going to really try and predict what people are going to do for anyone.
Right.
Like, I'm going to watch what you actually try and do. Like, I'm going to watch what you base on your actions, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? And if a year goes past, you've done nothing to what you say you're going to do, that's you.
Right.
That's how I see you from now on.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you can say this, say that, cool.
I hope so. It's a good answer. Yeah. I hope so. It's a very good answer.
Because that's what you said you're going to do, right?
Yeah, of course.
Take a step back. Cool.
Yeah, man.
Give you your 12 months. Nothing's changed. Then what's that saying? What are we talking about?
Dylan Law, very nice to meet you, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Of course. Nice to meet you, Adam.
Thank you. Hi, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm gonna start with you the same way I start with everyone else. And London, obviously you don't live here, you live in Norwich. But if you could describe what you've seen in one word, what would that word be?
Oh, creative, I think. Yeah.
Creative.
Yeah.
That's a very good word. Thank you. Can we talk a little bit about your political concerns? Can you explain who you are, what you do for the Green Party, and what's important to you?
Yeah, so I'm Sophia. I'm the Young Greens Disability Officer for about another 15 minutes because we're having our elections today. But obviously, disability rights and inclusion is really important to me. So I've come here today. That's something that I do a lot of. That's something that I champion and make sure the party is inclusive for everyone and that everyone who wants to can join. So that's my main thing.
Of course, the series that I'm doing is called London Speaks, but let's talk a little bit wider. And do you feel that disability is represented properly in politics?
At the minute, no, definitely not, and that's something that needs to change.
And what are you doing to amplify the voices of disabled people and the concerns?
So I was running as officer and I had a committee of other disabled people and we made decisions about what happened. We ran some campaigns and we spoke to people and asked them, what do you need? If you could have something to help you join the party or bridge that gap that's stopping you, what would it be? And we tried to make sure that there was nothing stopping people from being able to get involved in politics, because that was my main concern.
So at the moment, do you feel represented?
I think amongst the Green Party and amongst my peers, I do, yeah, but in the wider political world, higher up, the people that you see, there's still a long way to go.
But we are getting there, right?
We're getting there.
We are trying. Okay, I usually end with one message to the Mayor of London. What would that be? However, as you are not in London, would you like to make that broader and say to whoever's in power, what would your message be?
I think just listen to the people more. Don't just listen to all the people that are high up around you on your level. Go out into the streets and talk to real people.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Yeah.
Hi, Joseph. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thanks for doing this with me.
Of course, no problem. You are not from London. You are from outside London. But as an outsider looking in, how would you describe London in one word?
Well, in my own opinion, I think it's a very nice place now. I mean, at first, I was a little bit worried about, coming down here because I have been told by some people who are not, very city based that it can be scary going to places if it's, new to you. And sometimes that was the case for me. But I think, being here now, it's actually a very wonderful place to actually be. I think seeing what I've seen today, I mean, I rarely have visited London in my whole life, but it's actually very nice indeed. I think I'm really excited to want to come more now.
That's very good feedback. And can we talk a little bit about your political concerns? So, what are you dealing with at the moment?
So, do you mean my political concerns as in what I'm dealing with in my area?
Yes, yes.
Well, in Mid Suffolk, which is where I'm based, of course, that's where we have a big controlled majority of Mid Suffolk District Council, which is one of the first ever majority councils controlled by the Greens. And one of the biggest reasons that the Greens really do get a lot of support there is because we have nature that people want protected. That is one of the biggest concerns that people really care about, especially where I live, because I'm actually based in an area where there's lots of rural constituencies, farmers working hard, lots of people concerned about houses being built in wrong places. And also sometimes there can be things like renewable energy concerns not put in the correct places, because my home was refused solar years ago and the council didn't do anything about it. And now that the Greens are in power, they honestly don't have the money, sadly, because of the lack of funding. That's one of the political issues. But other than that, we also have, lots of issues with old infrastructure, like old housing, which is not fit for purpose. I mean, my home's really old and it needs, retrofitting at some point.
Yeah.
And of course, there needs to be lots more help on the roads as well. It's become a huge issue. Even the council know this, which is why we hear all the time, even from the new councillors, that we do need to put more into this. And this is a big political issue. We hear this all the time in politics. And of course, this is something that will be talked about regardless of whatever party. We're not just talking Greens, we're not just talking Reform. It's any party who will talk about it.
I think we have a lot of historical housing stock in London, so it's a very similar issue of retrofitting and kind of dealing with what we have, the current stock. Can I ask you, do you feel represented by politics? Like your concerns and you as an individual, do you feel represented?
That's a very good question. I'm not sure if, maybe I'm completely represented by politics. I mean, they don't always, feel like they're always doing the right thing to me.
Yep.
And that's a difficulty. I'll give you an example. I trust my local councillors a lot, quite a bit, loads of them. And it can be difficult for them because there are people in my area who just really don't trust politics whatsoever. And I think I can totally see the reason why now. It's because, you see, when I went to this meeting in Suffolk County Council, which is called the Endeavour House, I was, overwhelmed when I went in that chamber just listening to what the councillors in opposition had to deal with from the new council. I know Reform UK are now in power and we can sometimes not always understand them to be good, but I can only understand what those councils would have to go through. And imagining if I was in that chamber, having to deal with that, I don't know how I would deal with it, to be honest. I mean, I actually think, for me, as a person who could probably, deal with it okay, there's so many people who would if they go in that chamber and see what the councillors are doing, it could take their trust straight away from politics. Just seeing that one meeting, that's what it would do for me if I was not, involved in a political party like I am now. So I trust my councillors, but I think it would just take more trust away from people if they just saw someone else doing the wrong thing. And it can be difficult for people to get used to that. And I think that could be worse in government because when you're a politician who is an MP, of course, when you're in government, that is something that you're controlling pretty much a lot of the country really big on, especially when you're in power, because we've got, politicians who are trying to make our lives better. and we just don't know if that's going to be helpful. Whereas councils represent a county, or maybe if you're in a place where you've got a mayor or something, it's very different. Like here in London, you've got Sadiq Khan, who is the mayor. It's a different kind of council controlled area, and we are set to get a mayor, maybe, because at the moment there's a fight, but we don't know how that's going to end up going with reform taking this to court and stuff. So I think, you know, at the moment, people like me feel not 100% represented by politics.
And if you had one message for those in power, what would that be?
Well, my message straight away to the politicians is think about what the people of this country really, really want. I mean, we're talking about this all the time, not just in the Green Party, but in other parties too. People are really concerned because, let's be clear, it doesn't matter what political party you might be a member of. It doesn't matter what political party you might be a politician for. You are trying to help the country in a way you should if you promise you are going to deliver. That's what you're elected for. That's what you represent. And I would say to those politicians, look, this is what the people want. We want to see things like the cost of living tackled. We want to see things like all of our nature, our green spaces protected, help for the farmers, help for the people who are trying to get on the housing ladder, especially because I'm a young green. There are loads of people here who are trying to get on the housing ladder. I'm lucky to, you know, live in a council house. And if I didn't, I mean, I don't know what I would be in a situation today. It's very difficult, especially. So things like rent controls would help too, making sure our houses are fit for the future, and also thinking about how we can make our country much cleaner and safer as well. That's really important. And that means clean energy. That means thinking about how we can clean up our rivers and seas as well, making water complete in, let me say it, public ownership, not public control. That's a step, but we need public ownership. That's key to really fixing water, especially.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. It was really nice to speak to you.
Thank you.
Right, end it, yeah?
Yeah, please, yeah.